guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I have a super glam makeup tutorial for you guys, as well as a review on the new One and Only Colourpop eyeshadow palette. So this recently came out and I was super excited to get my hands on this palette because I absolutely fell in love with the tones and the colors of this palette. So if you guys are interested in knowing how to achieve this super glam makeup look, and if you're interested in knowing what my honest thoughts are of this palette, then make sure to keep on watching. Alright you guys, so to start, I already went ahead and I got my base done as well as primed my eyes. So for foundation, I went ahead with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I'm in the shade Golden Beige. I love this drugstore foundation. It's such a lovely matte foundation. And to prime my lids, I went ahead with some concealer. I went in with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I just blended that out and then set everything in place with some translucent setting powder, and the setting powder that I went in with is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the palette. So I have the One and Only palette by Colourpop. This is a new palette that they recently came out with. Look how beautiful this palette is, you guys. I completely fell in love with it when I saw it online and I had to get my hands on it. I feel like this is such a beautiful Valentine's Day eyeshadow palette, so I'm definitely going to be playing with this palette again. So make sure you guys are subscribed. So yeah, I'm so excited. So I'm first starting off with the shade Major Chianti, which is this gorgeous color right here. And I'm just taking this color on a big fluffy brush and I'm going to start blending it into my crease. So this first shade that I'm playing with right now definitely has a lot of pigment, as you guys can see. In terms of fallout, there is a bit of fallout. You can see that the color is a bit crummy, but that's okay. On the face though, there's no fallout, which I think is the most important thing. If there's fallout in the pan, it's not the end of the world. As long as there isn't a mess on my face, I'm happy. So next I want to go ahead and cut my crease. So to do so, I'm grabbing some concealer. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and for the brush, you guys already know I'm going in with my Morphe M410 brush. Alright you guys, so I'm all done cutting the crease. Now I'm going in with the shade Blanc, and I'm just grabbing this shade on a Morphe M124 flat brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and pack this color onto the inner corners of my eyes. Oh wow, that's beautiful. That is a lovely shimmer. Next, I'm grabbing the shade Play to Wine, and I'm just going to pack this color onto kind of like the middle area of the lid. Going in with the brush that I used to apply the inner corner shade, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the area where these two colors meet and just make sure they're nice and diffused together. I'm actually going to go ahead and put the red shade on the entire rest of the lid, so the outer corner as well. So in terms of the shimmer shades, you guys, you can see that they applied very beautifully. In terms of the quality, I would say that it's nice, but it's kind of underwhelming in comparison to other shimmer shades from other palettes, if I'm just being completely honest with how I'm feeling. But it's still very, very beautiful. They blended together so nicely. The pigment was there. It was really easy to pack on the color. And in terms of fallout, there's just a tiny bit, but that's inevitable, you guys. Especially with shimmers, I feel like when you're packing packing on color, so it's okay. I will just wipe away the fallout. It's not the end of the world. It's still less in comparison to some other eyeshadow palettes that I've tried that have been so messy, so I wouldn't say this fallout is too much of a big deal. And in terms of on the palette, you guys can see the shimmer shades did not have that much fallout. So for the most part, quality wise, it's pretty good. So next I'm gonna go ahead in with the shade Winter, and I'm grabbing this shade on my Morphe E17 blending brush. And I'm just going to start applying this color onto the outer corners of my eyes. And this is just going to add really, really nice dimension. So now I'm just going in with a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to really keep blending the eyes because I really want everything to be nice and soft and diffused. I don't want any harsh lines. So just going back in with the big fluffy brush that I used to apply the crease shade, I'm just taking a little bit of that crease shade and I'm going to apply it onto the outer corners of my eyes, just to create a nice like outer V. And it's okay if it's not perfect because we will clean it up with concealer. Alright guys, so I want to take a break from the eyes and work on the face a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead in and conceal. I'm going in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And you're going to see right here, I'm just using my concealer to clean up the edge. And to set everything in place, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. So while everything is baking and setting in place, I'm going to go ahead in and do my eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm going in with the Maybelline Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner. So you guys, this is pretty much what I want to do for eyeliner, and I know I just smudged some eyeliner, guys. That happens to me all the time. Don't even worry if you mess up your eyeliner. You can always go back and fix it. So I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll show you guys how I'm going to clean up this mess. Typically, I just go in with like any makeup brush. Once it dries up, it will honestly just like scrape off. You can also go in with like a spoolie. So just don't worry if you make mistakes. I make mistakes too, we all do. So I'm just gonna quickly do the other eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead in with a spoolie and just rub out that area, and look at that. It's pretty much gone, you guys. Because I let it kind of sit there and dry, it's just, you know, it comes right off. If you go ahead and right away while it's still wet and you try to like do something about it, you're just going to make an even bigger mess. So you guys, you can see it's gone, and I'm just going to pack on some eyeshadow right there, and it's perfect. So you guys, the setting powder is all done baking on my face, so I'm just gonna go ahead in with my brush and just wipe this all away. Alright you guys, so I just quickly went ahead in and I did my brows, and I also popped on some falsies. So for brows, I went in with the Ka-Brow Benefit in the shade 04. I absolutely love this product for my brows. And for lashes, I just popped on the Kiss #1. So now I want to just wrap up the lower lash line. I'm going in with the shade Major Chianti using my Morphe E35 small like smudger brush, and I'm going to put that on my my lower lash line. So this is the same shade that we put in the crease, the very first shade that we started off with. So I'm just gonna go ahead in and blend this onto the lower lash line. I'm taking a little bit of the shade Winter, which is the darker outer corner shade, and I'm just going to apply that on the outer portion of the lower lash line. So the last thing I have to do for my eyes is go in with some mascara. So for mascara, I'm just grabbing the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara. So you guys, that is pretty much it for the eyes. I'm absolutely obsessed with how the eyes turned out. So I'm so far a big fan of this palette. I absolutely love it. But just stick around. I'm gonna wrap up my face and then I'll give you guys my final honest thoughts. So I'm gonna go ahead in and contour my face, and to do so, I'm going in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Going in with this straight edge Sonia Kashuk brush, I'm going to contour my nose. I'm going to take some setting powder down the bridge of my nose and also the sides. And then I'm just going to blend this all out. I'm going to take just a little bit of concealer on the sides of my nose. So next I'm going in with my Morphe 9N blush palette, and I'm going to go ahead in with this corner shade right here. Just going to take the tiniest bit on my nose, like super subtle. I don't like too much on my nose, so just like that. I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Hustla Baby highlight. Going to go down the bridge of my nose. And just put some on the tip. And Cupid's bow. For lip liner, I'm going in with the NYX Professional Makeup Retractable Lip Liner in Sand Beige. So I did just kind of slightly fill in my lips with the lip liner. So the very last thing I have to do is go in with some lipstick. For lipstick, I'm grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the shade Honey. So that's it for lipstick. Now the very last thing I have to do is set my face in place, and I'm going in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So you guys, before I go ahead and I close out the video today, I do want to give you guys my final honest thoughts on what I think about this new One and Only eyeshadow palette by Colourpop. So you guys, my overall thoughts are that I'm really impressed. Like, I really enjoyed playing with this palette, using the shades. I think that the quality of these shadows are great. I got such beautiful pigment. The eyeshadows blended together so nicely. I did not struggle, and in terms of fallout. There was not that much fallout on my face, you guys. You saw there was a tiny bit, and that's so easy to take care of. You just wipe it away with a brush, and you guys can see on the pan there isn't that much fallout either. So quality wise, I'm very, very impressed. And yeah, I know I did mention that I found the shimmers to be a little bit underwhelming after I applied them on the lids, but overall, once the look is complete, it looks beautiful. So I absolutely love this palette. I definitely recommend this to you guys. I'm definitely going to be playing with this palette again, especially in February with Valentine's Day coming around. I feel like this is such a perfect Valentine's Day palette, so stay tuned for more tutorials with this palette. And yeah, you guys, overall, I love it. So that is my final honest thoughts. Alright, you guys, so that is pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course all the products that I used today will be listed down below in the description box, so make sure to check that out. And if you guys have tried out this new palette, do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and if you guys liked this palette or not, or if there's another Colourpop palette that you absolutely love that you recommend to me, because you guys, I am kind of new to the whole Colourpop world. This was my first time trying their eyeshadows. The only products that I've tried from Colourpop was their liquid lipsticks. I think back when they first started launching products, I think they only had liquid lipsticks at the time. So yeah, I'm super impressed. I'm so happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And you guys, that is pretty much it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.